Hey folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to our final stream in the Shopping Street modular building. So if you've joined me over the last few weeks, you would have seen that we've got to this stage of our build. So we've done the bottom ground level and we've done the first floor. We're up to bag 16 of 24 today, so 8 bags to go. So we'll finish off the top level and the roof. You can also see we've uncovered 6 minifigures as well on the front here as part of our build. And I think there might be another few more to go as we go through the bags today as well. Also, you'll see from the ticker at the bottom here, we're going to pick up our Transylvanian Castle as our next stream. So that was a Bricklink designer program set that came out last year, I think it was now. So we'll be building that as our next build. So keep an eye on the channel for when I'll post the stream for that. It's probably going to be next week, I think, at the moment. So keep an eye out for that. That's it basically for the news this week. So welcome to the stream, Michael. I hope you're good. We're going to crack on now with bag 16. I do have a new camera angle as well, as you'll see in the build cam, just to give you a bit of a wider shot on the build. So let me know if that's also a good angle to have, and we'll make a few more tweaks to the streams over the next few weeks. So with that, let's go into zoom mode. Back open bag 16. And start with the next level. You can see in the instructions we're looking at building this side of the building. So just to give you a top down view here, you can see last week we started to build the second level of the music store on this side, and then over on this side we've got the furniture workshop going on. So we're going to build on the white side the next level to start us off. I did order, is it this week? I think it was this week. I did order the next set of Bricklink designer program sets as well. So we'll be streaming those when they come later in the year. So I did get the sushi store. What else did I get? The Alchemist set, and what was the other one? There was 3. Oh, and the large ship. So we've got the Buccaneer or whatever it's called as well. So when they arrive, we'll stream those as well. And I also bagged the Snoopy set this week. So again, I'll probably do a live stream of the Snoopy set because it looks quite cool. So watch out for those in the future. So let's get back to the build. First off, we're looking for a 1x4 with the rounded ends and a 1x2 pill shape as well. I'm just going to create a T shape across here like this. Then we're going to get a 4x8, sorry, 6x8, 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, sorry, 6x10 plate. Just add that on the end. And we've got a 2x6, another 1x2 pill piece. It's going to go next to this one. And our 2x6 runs across as well. Then we need some 2x3 plates. And we're looking for a 1x3. These are going to run across the middle section here. Look at that, that's going out. You don't see just my head, do you, in that other camera? There's 2x3 as well. Why, mate? Let me just tweak my camera. Decided to focus on my head, which is not what I want to do. That's what we want. About, whoa. About there. See if it sticks with that. So yeah, 2x3 is just onto that one there, and then we're going to get a 4x8, and we're going to get a 2x2 plate, and then we've got a modified 2x2 with studs on the side as well. And then we're going to just flip this over, stick these ones in the middle there, and the 2x2 there, and then that's going to slot across our piece here like that. Then we've got a 1x3 plate in white. We'll have a 2 stud underneath, so 1 stud sticks out there. Then we've got another 2x3 in white, a 1x4, and then we have a wedge piece as well in light bluish grey. I'm going to get the wedge piece, going to stick the 1x4 across it, and then we'll add the 2x3 just at the back there like that. It's going to run in this gap here underneath like that. Then we've got another 4x8, just going to run across the back. Then we'll flip this over and we have a large wedge piece, large corner piece, and a 1x3. Add the wedge under here, 1x3 there, and then our corner plate just goes in there like this. Then we'll flip this back over, and then we're looking for some more wedge pieces in the 1x4. This 1x4 goes down here first, and our large wedge up here, and our smaller wedge just down there like that. Then another wedge. We've got 3 2x3s going on here, and a 1x3 again. 1x3 goes on there, and our other wedge continues down this side. We'll stick our 2x3s on to surround it like this. We'll put that to the side. We'll make a frame that goes round this time. So we've got one of these inverted corner pieces. Going to add 1x6 across this way, and one on the other way. And underneath here we'll add some 1x1 plates. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Watching Canada against the US in ice hockey, and we're losing when I last checked. Then we're going to put a 1x6 down here, and we've got a 2x6 going on top. Then we're going to get a corner plate here and stick a wedge onto the end there, and it's going to connect underneath there onto the end like this. And we can connect this to this bottom section here. Gives that nice frame at the base there where the staircase comes up. Hey Elder, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Thanks for the compliment. Right, next up we're going to build another section here. So we're going to have a corner plate here. I'm going to stick a 2x2 plate in the corner like this, and then we're going to get a 2x8 white, stick that down there, another 2x3 just over this side. Then we've got our large grey piece here, a wedge that's going to go on level to that, and then we're going to stick another 1x4 pill shaped piece just underneath there, so it sticks out by 2 there. Next up we're going to add a couple of more 2x3s. We have another wedge as well, and we also have a couple of quarter tiles going in here as well in tan colour. There's 1, there's 2. So these are going down this corner here, these quarter tiles. Then we have a wedge piece, and then our 2x3s just go on either side there like that. Yeah, Brandon, I'm going to get the Maersk ship. I saw that come out. It's on my wish list. It looks quite nice. I didn't get the original one from years ago, but I quite like the Maersk ship. I'll get that when it comes out. Then we're going to put a wedge and a 2x6 in here, and then we've got another large white wedge underneath to make it pointy, and then we have another tan coloured one just goes on top there. Then we're going to add a 1x4 with the rounded ends again, and then we'll stick a 1x1 plate just on the ends. Now we've got this piece, and we've got this piece. We're going to connect these like this, so it's connected down here, and then up here we're going to add a 1x2 pill shape just to connect the two wedges together to give us this shape. Now we're going to start the walls, so we'll spin this round here. We've got two of these 1x10s, then we've got a 1x6, got a 1x4 pill shaped, got some semicircle tiles, we've got 3 1x2 plates and a 1x1. First off, we'll stick one of these semicircle pieces down this end, then our these 8s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, sorry, 1x10s. These two 1x10s go this way, then we'll add a 1x6 down here. Then we have a 1x2 plate here. Then we're going to get our 1x4, add a semicircle tile there. These 1x2 plates on top, and then a 1x1 underneath. So make a 1x5 here. That's going to run down this corner here like that. Then we've got 3 1x2s, a couple of 1x1s, and some upward facing brackets. And we get our 1x2s and 1x1 plates, stick them together. Then we'll stick our upward facing bracket on, and then we'll stick a 1x2 on top of this one. So this one goes down this end. Then we'll do a similar thing the other end, but without the extra 1x2 on top. And that goes down this side here, so we can do those rounded edges when we get to them again. Then we get another 1x10, 2 of those, a 1x6, 1x3, and a 1x1 brick somewhere. Where's the 1x1? There it is. And we're going to stick the 1x10 across here, and a 1x3, sneak a 1x1 in there, 1x6 here, and a 1x10 down there as well, just to raise the wall up a bit. Then we're going to do a little bit of tiling here on this little balcony, and for that we're going to need a jumper tile, a 1x1 plate, and then we've got 9 1x1 blue tiles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we've got pink as well, so we've got pink there, 2, 6, 8, I missed one, pink. Then we've got 5, 6, 7, 8 pink. And these are going to run across this front area here. So we've got the blue going in first. We've got the old checkered look going on here. So put those in a little wonky. Let's straighten those up. And then behind here we're going to put our jumper tile. Continue the checker pattern up here. Then we've got our white plate going on there. And that finishes off that side. Make sure it's kind of straightish. Then we get 4 upward facing bracket pieces. And then we're going to add these just on the edges here, like we did on the level below last week. Let's make something like this. Then we have a grill piece. We've got 2 modified 2x2s with studs on the side. We should have a 1x2 with some studs on the side as well. We've got a 2x3, 2x4 plates and a 1x2. We're going to add the grille to this 1x2 studs on the side. It's going to go in the middle here of our modified piece. And then across here, we've also got a semicircle tile. We're going to add semicircle tile there. Then we've got our 1x2, modified one, 2x3, modified, so 2x4, then 2x3. So just added that there. Then we've got 4 corner plates and a couple of 1x2s. So we put the corner plates around our modified pieces here. And then these 1x2s, one goes in the middle here and then one goes on the end there. Then we get a couple of 2x3s, a couple of 1x2 plates, a couple of curved white 1x2s and some tan ones, and a couple of 1x2 tan tiles too. And then again, like we did on the level below, these are going to go onto these plates just to create a edge for our balcony. This one goes on this side. This one will go on the other side. Just give us a balcony like this. Then on the front of the balcony, we've got a modified 1x2 with the studs on. I'm going to stick a 1x2 plate in the middle there. Then we've got more of our curved pieces. And then we'll pick 1x2 sliders onto the end of our curved pieces like this. And then this is going to go on the front to finish off our balcony there. And that's the end of bag 16. So bag 17. So we'll do a bit of internal detail. So start filling in some of this gap here. We're going to need a fence piece, 1x6. We've got a couple of 2x2 jumper tiles. We've got a dark red 1x2, dark green 1x2. We've got a couple of macaroni tiles, dark red quarter tiles as well. And then we've got 4 1x1s in black. And then I think we're good to go. So we start with this fence. We're going to add a 1x6 tile across the top. So we have a 1x1 overlap, and then we'll add these black 1x1 bricks onto each side to give us a post. And then that's going to run across the edge here where our staircase will come up. Then 2 studs over here from the edge. We're going to put our 2 jumper tiles next to each other, and then we stick a dark green and a dark red 1x1. Then our macaroni tiles will go around this, and then we'll stick our dark red quarter tiles inside like that to make a little mat of some description, or a carpet, or a rug. Because now we're going to do the other side of the rug. And we need a dark red jumper tile for that, so it's going to go in the middle of our rug. And we also need a 1x2 here, then a green one, and then we're going to stick these 1x1s in the middle here, followed by macaroni tiles to make a wider rug. Then we'll stick our dark red 1x1 tiles, followed by the quarter tiles on the side here too. So there's our rug. Then we're going to put a little side table, so we get some cones here, dark tan jumper tile, gold 1x1 rounds, handlebar, and then a little cupcake piece here. So we're going to just stick these in as the legs. And our gold piece here, that, and then our cupcake can go in the top. There's just a little side table here with a little lamp on it. That's going to go in the corner here. And then down here we also got more of a rug going on. So for that we get two dark green 1x2s, some more macaroni tiles, and then we'll stick some dark red quarter tiles in the middle there. Just like that. Then we're going to make a bed. So we'll slide that out of the way. We'll start with a 2x6 and add some 1x3 plates to each end, and then we'll run a 1x6 across here. So we've got 3 stud wide bed like this. Then on the end of the bed we're going to add a 1x3, this is where the pillows are going to come in, and then they've got these curved pieces here. So the headrest looks like a pillow. I think it's a pillow, to be honest. And then running down from that, we're going to stick another white piece there, and then we've got dark red ones going down here. Then in the middle we're going to get 2 1x1 plates and a 1x1 tile. Just going to stack these together to go in the middle there. And then we do a similar thing, but we get some 1x4s in dark red with a 1x4 tile that runs down the middle there. And then of course for the other side of the bed we've got these curved pieces again. So there's our little bed, it's quite cool. That's going to sit, ooh, just knocked a minifigure over. Okay. That's going to sit over here next to that table that we added on. So it's a bedside table now, like that. Then we're going to make a sofa, I think. So we've got a 2x4 plate here, going to add a 2x2 plate on top. Then we've got some upward facing single brackets here at the front. And then behind those we've got this semicircle tiles going on. Then in the middle we get some 1x2 plates with clips on. And then we get some 1x1 plates with teeth on, stack on top. Followed by a downward yellow bracket here. Then on the front here we're going to put these semicircles here. Then we have these over curved pieces. They're going to stick into our bracket piece to give us these elaborate arms. It's got a good use of parts usage there. See the curved arms on the chair. And then we'll stick a handle piece, plate at the back with a yellow 1x2 tile on, so it clips into our pieces there, and you've got a nice comfy chair. Almost looks a little like an IKEA rocky chair. So that sits on there in front of our rug. And in the middle here we're going to do a table, so we've got one of these crate pieces here with an inverted 2x2. We're going to stick a transparent 1x1 round with a pin. It's going to sit in the middle then. Let's give us that either footstool or a table. Could be either. Then we have a potted plant, so we've got a 2x2 round here with a stud on. We can stick a pot shape in the middle, and then there's a little green shoot coming out. Let's go next to the bed. I can set it there like that. Then we're going to put a radio next to our sofa. So we start the 2x2 round and get a medium nugget 1x2. We've got these light blue 1x1s with studs on. Going in there, we have a white grill piece. And then if we flip this over, we're going to stick 4 cones in here for table legs. And then to give us a full radio effect, we'll stick an antenna on top at an angle to make something like this. Looks like that. That's going to go next to the best looking radio in the world, but it's not too bad. That's end of bag 17. 18 of 24 now. Now it's time to build up the walls that go round. And there's probably as much detail as we're going to get inside this one. So we have a 1, a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1x6, a couple of 1x4s, 1x1, we've got 3 1x2 plates, 3 1x1 plates, 1, 2, 3, got one more missing upward facing brackets. I think I'm good with the rest. Let's find out. So we start with upward facing bracket. We'll stick a 1x2 plate on top and then a 1x1 underneath. 1x1 here. There, stick this on here. Then we're going to run a 1x4 behind that. Then our longer piece here. 1x4 this way, 1x6, then we've got another set here of plates and brackets. This helps us put the curved edge on the wall eventually. It goes on in the end there. Then we have a longer one, a couple of 1x6s. Brandon, I watch a couple of speed builds now and again. I do a few myself as well, so I do keep an eye on a few others. Then we've got a couple of 1x2 plates here. We have a 1x1, a 1x2 somewhere, and then we're going to get the upward facing bracket piece here. Stick a 1x2 plate at the back, and another upward facing bracket and another 1x2 at the back. That's going to sit our San Francisco style photo on. It's going to come over here with a 1x1 next to it, so it's above our staircase as people come upstairs, and a 1x6. Oh, we need another 1x1. Was that a 1x2? It might be a 1x2 actually. Goes across there, then a 1x6 on this side, and then an upward facing bracket on the end. So just added that up there. We've got another long brick, get a couple of 1x1s, got a 1x1 plate, another upward facing bracket, and a 1x4, I think, and then two 1x6s. We'll start down here with a longer brick and then a 1x6 in the ends. 1x4 goes this way, another 1x6 there. Then we're going to get an upward facing bracket. We'll stick a 1x1 brick in the back this time and a plate on top, and then we've got 1x1 here and then our bracket piece on the end there like that. Then we'll get two of our semicircle pieces, then we get four single ones and do the ends of our wall now. So in our end bracket pieces here, a 1x1 in, 1x4, 1x1 in top, same on this end. Curved ends to our wall there. Then we do another row here, so get two long ones this time, 1x4, 1x2, pill shaped piece, and then a couple of 1x1 plates. I'm going to stack these 1x1 plates up and put them at the ends. Then we put a longer brick in, 1x4 there, longer brick this way, and then we'll stick a pill shaped 1x2 on the end there like that. Then down here we're going to add a bit of a wall, so we get a 1x3, then I get two 1x2s, stack them on the back, and at the front we stick a 1x1 and a third with studs on the side. It's going to go down here by our balcony. Then we get a white cone, a 1x1 round with a pin, and a semicircle tile with a stud on it. If I can see it, there's a macaroni tile. There it is. So we're going to get the 1x1 round with a pin on, stick that on the end of the cone there, and then we'll stick our semicircle tile upside down. That's going to go onto our 1x1 plates on our balcony there. Could be a bird bath maybe, not sure, maybe not. Then we get a red and a blue 1x1 round, and then we get a 1x1 with a thick ring here, and then we add the red and the blue either side of our plate. That's going then above that. I guess that's like a hot and cold tap, but I don't know. We'll find out. Then we're going to add more onto that wall, so we get a couple of 1x3 plates, 1x3 brick, 1x2 brick. We have a 1x1 with studs on two corners, 1x2 there, a pill shaped 2 plate, I think that's it. So we start with our 1x3 and a plate, add our 1x2 brick on top. Then we've got our 1x1 with 2 studs on 2 sides. Stick a 1x3 on top of that, then a 1x2 plate. Then our pill shape goes right angle at the ends. 1x3 on top, and then our light bluish grey tile goes here. It's going above what we've built there like that. Then we're going to put a doorway on, so we've got a solid wooden door here with a gold door handle on. Goes on the end here, opens inwards like that. also here we're going to stick, which I missed, pills, a couple of 1x2 pills here, one there, one on top. Oh, this is a toilet above the balconies. That's a hot and cold tap with a mirror. And then we're going to build a toilet. It says the toilet is made from a Lego street sign and a Lego life buoy. So we've got the life buoy. We have, what else do we need? A couple of 1x1 white clips. We have a 4-length rod, 3-length rod actually, and then a street sign. Yeah, so we stick our 1x1 clips together. And we add our 3-length rod into the back of that. And we can slide our life buoy over the top to give us the top of the toilet seat, and then for the back we're just going to use that street sign to give us the lid on the toilet. That's going to go on our jumper tile here. There's our toilet in place. Then we get a 1x3 plate. Going to add a 1x1 plate on the ends. Then we add an upward facing bracket in the middle, and then another 1x1 plate after that. Then a 1x3 plate going across. A couple of 1x2 bricks. 1x1 1/3 there. And another 1x1 1/3. Another 1x2. And then 1x2 plate on top to level it off like this. Then we'll add a 1x3 brick across the top to secure it in. And then we're going to do our toilet paper, which is a paddle. It has that little toilet paper roll here. That sits on our bracket. There's our toilet holder on there. Yes, the toilet paper is put on the right way. That's going to go on the other wall by the door here. There's our toilet. Then we'll build out the wall in the corner here. So for that, we're going to need a few bits. Our semicircle bits. We've got 3 upward facing brackets, a couple of 1x1 plates, and 3 1x1 bricks. We also have one of these corner pieces. So we start with the upward facing bracket, stick a 1x1 in the back, followed by a plate to level it off. And another upward facing bracket goes in. Then we've got a 1x1 here, 1x2. So we've got that, then a plate, then that, then brick, and that, and that, and that. Then we put our corner piece on here, and then we're going to roll up these curved pieces there. That's going to go into the corner there, butt up there. Then next up we're going to get a couple of 1x2 round pieces and a couple of 1x2 plates as well. Going to snap these on top here, and then these round ones across just to fill in this gap. Then we get a small window frame, large window frame with the inserts. These are going to be in the bathroom window. Probably need frosting, to be honest, because the minifigure does not want to get caught short with people staring in. And then we're going to get this larger corner plate, stick a 1x4 there, and we'll stick another corner plate here. Going to stick 1x6 tiles in there, and we'll stick some 1x2 plates underneath. And then we've got our macaroni pieces here. We'll then add macaroni tiles on top. 1x2 here to connect those two together. There's our frame here. That's going to go across the top. Connect our door frame to our windows like this. So we have a gap. Let's just zoom that in again. Got a wayward camera here. Ba, ba, ba. A bit of change on the fly. Then we're going to do two windows, so we're going to build two of these together, so these will go either side. So we've got a 1x6, you then have a hinge piece, one going in here, and another one going on here, and essentially we're going to actually fill all of these up with these hinges. And then we also stick the inserts in here as well. That. Let's just repeat that for this other one. Why my other camera lost its zoom on? Sticks to that. That's better. Right, so then we've got these hinges here. What we're going to do is we're going to stick small windows onto each of these hinges here. And then we'll stick these window inserts in as well. Same on this one. Missing an insert here. Where's the bag? insert stuck itself to the bag. Doesn't want to come out, So yeah, stick that there. And then on the ends here, we're going to run a 1x6 plate across the top of our windows. And then we'll do the curved bricks here. Something like this. So let's do that again. And with that done, we can stick these into the gap here. And then that can go sideways like that, and then just push in, hinge in here to give us this like, quite cool technique. That's into bag 18. So bag 19 now. More windows as we finish off hopefully this level. So we're going to go for some longer plates here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Two of these. We have a 1x4 and a corner plate as well. That's going on first. And then we'll stick our 1x10 down this side. Then we have a 1x4 here. Another 1x10 there. And then we'll start adding a bit more detail. So we've got some bookcases to stick in the front here. So we need a T-shaped bracket and a couple of upward facing brackets. We also have a glass piece here. We've got some reddish brown 1x1 plates. We have a red tile and a blue plate. Got a lime green plate. We have a squished pink brick, a purple plate, coral one, a green one. Some flowers. Got a diamond here somewhere. Diamond, which is blue. We have a stalk there, and then somewhere one of these rocks. So we start with an upward facing bracket here. Going to add a lime green 1x2, which will stick a 1x1 in the base. Then we'll stick a T-shaped bracket across to give us a shelf. And we've got a purple 1x2 and a red tile. Then we move it sideways like this, and on top here we're going to stick a sort of quartz rock piece and our squished brick with a diamond in top, like perfume or something. With a little unit like that, that's going to go this gap in the middle. Then our other one, we're going to stick a pink or coral colour, I think it is. Another 1x1 here, T-shaped bracket across. Then our blue, green, put it sideways, our little cups going on here as a vase. We'll stick our shoot in it, and it's actually got a purple flower in this one. So there's our other unit. It's going on the ends, just in there like that. Then for our windows, we get a 1x4 plate. Going to stick the larger windows in sand green on here with the inserts. Then we're going to put on, ooh, I can find them. We're going to put on our smaller windows here as well. Small window inserts like that. We're going to do 3 of those. Go around the apartment. Whoa. There's that one. Then we'll stick these actually next to our bookcases on the inside, and then one goes on the end here. Kind of what we've got going on so far. Now, why does it do that? Zooms out when I pick it up. Zoom on this thing. Bear with me, people, bear with me. I'm using it like that. Change it zoom all the time. So we put that in there. Then we're going to put the flowers on the outside here. So for that we're going to get 4 1x2 the rounded ends. We've got 4 leaves. We've got a couple of stalks. Got some pale yellow flowers and some purple flowers too. They're blue, actually there might be blue flowers. So we'll do 2 of these ones. We're going to stick a leaf in here with our stalk. So that our blue flowers go in. Then we'll do the yellow ones, which don't have a stalk. These go on the windowsill in front, so you've got one there, one with the yellow going on, then with the blue. Yellow and the blue there like that. Then we're going to put a white door frame, door going on here with a gold handle. That's going to go on here. And then we get a 1x2x5 and our corner piece here, and then we've got a squished brick, 1x1, sorry, that goes next to that. It's going on like this. Then in the gaps here we're going to build up columns. So we've got a 1x2 here, then a 1x plate, 1x2x2, and another one of those. And then we've got one of those corner pieces here. And one of these. It's going to go on the ends. And in the middle, we've got another 1x2 plate again. 1x2x2, two of those stuck together. And this time we do back-to-back corner curved pieces. Like this. That's going in the middle of our windows. So now our windows are looking like this. Then we want a 1x4 plate, and then we've got a pill-shaped piece that's going on the end for these windows to connect them together. Then we get a 2x3 tile, going to add a 1x3 plate underneath it. Add another tile there with a 2x2 plate. So if we flip this over, we then stick an upward facing bracket in there. Then we'll get a 1x3 pill shaped piece. Going to add some tan coloured tiles here to one side. Stick that in there. Then we have a jumper tile that goes in the back. And on this bracket piece, we're going to add a semicircle and another one there like that. So if we flip this over, we've got some architectural detail here like this as well. This is going to go across the front of these windows to make it look like this. And we do a similar thing again. So we get a 2x2 here, 2x3 tile. So I'm going to add a 1x2 plate. Corner plate here, flip this over, upward facing bracket, semicircle tile again, and a light bluish grey one. This one's going to go, hopefully, across there. So we've got two like that. It's probably a little wonky, but put that in there like that. And above the doorway, we've got a large upward facing bracket here. I'm going to stick a 1x2 clip on, and then we've got these curved pieces which add at the base. And we've got another one of those semicircle tiles with a stud on. There's a semicircle there. And we've got these brackets here and here. Then in that clip we're going to stick our handlebars here. Go down like that. And this is going to go across our doorway to look like that. Then we're going to put our tiles on top as we would normally with a modular building. So we've got 5 1x6s, a couple of modified 1x4s, 2x2 modified, 1x2, 1x1, a pill tile and a semicircle tile. It's going to go on the end, the semicircle one. We've got a modified one, a 1x2, 1x6, another 1x6, 1x4, 1x1, 1x6, our pill shaped one, 1x6 here, 1x6 across the back, and then our modified 2x2 in the middle there like that. That's that all done. And to finish us off, we've got some 1x1 teeth pieces and again some more semicircle tiles. They're going on brackets that were overlapping here. think we're done for that one. So we bring this in, and then we can stick this on top of that side of the building. You can see from the camera in the bottom there what that looks like. We'll go to the, let's have a look, see what this wide view looks like. Yeah, so you can see what that looks like now with that been placed on top. So now we're going to pivot and move on to this side. Crack open bag 20. Actually, we're going to do the roof first on that side before moving on to the other side. Oh, went to the wrong zoom. That's the mode we want. So the roof has got a navy, white and tan colour. And I think this side is quite a grand looking roof. As I said, bag 20 of 24, just to remind you. So we've got 2x16 now. We'll start this off by adding a 1x4 plate at a right angle there. And if we flip this over, I'm going to stick 2x2, another 1x4, and a 2x4 plate there. Then we got a 2x4, a 2x4 here. Then we're going to add a 1x4 there, and then a 2x6 coming off this way. Then on the end we add a 2x3, a white one underneath like that, and then coming off at a right angle we've got a 1x10 coming off. We also stick a 1x1 in that gap, 1x2 sorry, in that gap there. Then if we flip this back over, we'll now add a white 1x10 there, then got a 2x4 1x2, 2x2 and a 1x2 going on top there. Then we have a pill shaped piece that's going on the ends, and then in this gap here we just add a 1x1 in there. That's all done. Then we get a 4x4 plate. We'll add a hinge to the ends, and then either side of that we'll add these upward facing brackets. Go around there like that. Then in the corner here we're going to stick a 2x2 modified in the middle. And then we've got some curved pieces going either side there. And then we add this. To the end here. And we build another frame. So we get a 1x4, 2x3, 2x4 underneath. And we'll add this longer 2x16, I think it is, on top. And a white 1x4. Then we'll flip this over again and we'll just do our plating again. Then with that done, we'll add some more plates on top here, just a 2x4 and a 2x2. And then this is going to connect onto our hinge like this. And then to connect these, we're going to add a white 1x2 pill shape piece. If I can find it. It's going to connect on here. And we're going to add our navy coloured pieces. Two by three on here, and these corner plates are going to go back to back, coming off each of these areas here. Around the edge here, we'll stick a 1 by 3 navy coloured one. And that all the way around there to edge that out. And we've got some tan coloured plates. Two, and a 1 by 1 in navy as well. That 1 by 1 is going to go down here. And we'll have a 1 by 4 and our pill shaped piece. And our longer plate. And 1 by 2 in there. And we've got a 1 by 3 corner plates again, and then we're going for 5, 1 or 3 1 by 2 white ones. So coming down this side, got 1 by 3s in navy, 1 by 2 in the back, then our corner plates again, and then we've got a couple of 1 by 2s there, like this. Some more navy coloured pieces and some 1 by 2 with sliders. These sliders are going here, usually where the windows are, I think. Add these in. Then we have a purple 2 by 2 round. We have a little archway. 1 by 1 plate, and we have a proper cheese wedge. It's going in here behind our sliders. Then our purple 2 by 2 round goes in. Then we put our little mouse hole archway here and a 1 by 1, something like this, in there. Then we'll do our sort of balcony sides again that we've done before. So we've got our tan coloured tiles and curved pieces, as well as our white ones. We also have a 1 by 2 here with studs on the front, which goes in the middle. So first up, we'll do this side. Goes on our brackets on this side, and then on the other side ouch, that goes on this side. So it's our usual balcony formation there. Then the front part is our modified piece again. We'll stick our 1 by 2 plate into the top of that. And we've got our curved pieces going on to and we'll add 1 by 2 sliders on the bottom, and then we can stick this onto the ends. And we have these 1 by 3s. Going on. Somewhere along the line I forgot to do. Where did I need to do these? These have just got, goes in there like that. So that's the end of that bag, bag 21. So now we've got some dark bluish grey bricks. So we've got 1x3, a 1x1, also 3 1x2 round ones. Goes across here. And they're going to stack the 3 pill-shaped pieces together. It goes on. Then we've got 1x3 and 1x1 going on the ends. Then the same again. And we need a 1x3. So we start with a 1x1 here. Longer one on that and that. Just built that up. Then we get a 2x4, add a 2x3 to the base. Then a 2x2, and then we've got a sloped inverted white piece. Goes on the end there like that. That's going to run across this section. And again, another 2x4, 2x3. And then we've got some 1x2 inverted pieces here. Oh, not that one, just a regular one. Goes on that side. And then next up we need one of these, a couple of 2x2s. So we get a 1x2 here, onto a 2x2, and we're going to stick some regular 1x2 inverted slope pieces in here, and then a larger one on top. It goes on in there. And this one with different lengths, it goes on here with some support for the roof. Then we have another one of these, 1x3 and a 1x1. This goes in here. This one's going on the end down there. Then we have 2 of these 2x2 modified. Inverted sloped one, we have a dark bluish grey one, 1x4 with studs on the side, and a blue quarter tile. It goes on here. Something like this, and then this is going above our front piece there. Then we've got a 1x2 in white, one to 1x1. And somewhere we have another 1x2 inverted piece. But I only seem to have the long ones. Ah, that was wrong, wasn't it? That needs to be a long one. Like this. So then that goes on in there. Next up we get 5 navy 1x2 longer sloped ones. We get 3 1x2 plates, and we're going to add 1x1s to the top of 2 of these, and then 1x2 to 3 of these. This will give us a textured roof look. So we start with one of these and then one of these. Just runs down there, in and out. Then we want 3 more of these with 1x2. Then we want a regular one, tool one, or a regular one. Bring that across there. Then we have a 1x2. We have a 1x2 white with a clip on it, and we also have a trans clear 1x2. These are all going to go together like that. Goes on next. Just a skylight, I guess. Then we've got 4 more of our slope bricks with a couple of 1x2s. These alternate again. Three more slopes. The trans clear one. A clip. A 1x1 plate 2, and then 3 1x2 plates. We do the same thing with this clear brick that goes on next. Then we'll add these on here. There's the side of that roof looking like this. Then we get 4 cheese wedges in navy colour. We get some 1x3 plates, a couple of 2x2 plates as well. We're going to build 2 of these, so we start with 2x2 and a 2x3. Going to stick the 2 cheese wedges on the front here. It's going to run across there. Of our little sort of skylight type pieces here, or E type things, and we've got some slopes, some 1x2s, another 1x2 clear piece, and a white 1x1 that's going on here. It's now running down the back side. Oh, welcome everyone, welcome to the channel. Then we've got some more slope pieces here, a couple of those, and another 1x2 goes on there. So the low one here, and the glass piece, then the raised piece just on there. Then we get 2 more slope pieces, 1x1, 1x2. Continue down here. Then 3 more. just finish off this slope of this roof on this side. So we end up with something like this on this side. Then again, to cover the window type pieces we need 3 1x3s. We've got 3 2x2s. And then we've got our cheese wedges again, which we need 6 this time. 2. So these all go this way now. There we go, just covered all of those windows up in there. And to cover up a bit more here, we get this 4x4, 2x6, 1x5. So we start with a 2x2 round pill shapes, then a 2x6 goes across here. Then our pill tile goes on, 1x5 plate. This 4x4 here, and this long got 1x10, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That runs along. Then we've got 2 of these blue pieces, a quarter tile 2. We've got a white hinge, a 1x2, another 2x6, and a couple more 1x3s. So coming from it down here, we're going to put our 2x6 in here, then our blue 1x3, our quarter tile goes on here, another 1x3, 1x2 in white there, and 1x3 here and here, and then our hinge piece is going across there, in the middle there. Hey Ebrock, welcome to the stream. Glad you've found your way back to Lego again. It's always fun when you rediscover it again. What's worse though is when you discover all the sets you've missed that you want, when you can't get any more. Then you've got to put the pill down here on our white plate here. Then our hinge is going to go on here. We have another water tile going in there. Then our 1x1 plates in here. Did that one already. So that's that bit done. Then we've got 4 1x8s. 1x3s, we've got 1x2s as well. Start with 1x2 here, then a 1x3, then our longer plates run across the top here, 1x3 at the ends, and then the longer ones going up this way. 1x2 here. There we go. Yeah, the boutique hotels are good ones to build. After anyway, it's quite a good shape, and the details in the rooms were quite good as well. So they started to up the detail levels. So that would be a good one to start with. Although you may also, I don't know, is it still around the police station was a really good one as well, I thought. But I've got a feeling that might have retired now. I'm not sure. So we put these hinges on here, and we're going to add some window frames. These smaller ones. And then we can insert our window inserts here. Then we can add a 1x4 white plate across the top of the two windows at the top. And then we'll add our curved 1x4s then on top of that. And then we can use this at the front here of our balcony. So it just slots in there like that. Then we have a larger window frame here. It's going to go on a 2x2 round plate. Easier said than done. And then on the front of that we'll stick a green plant with a red flower in the top there. It's going to go in the middle. And then we can close our windows there, give us that look at the top. And then over the windows we're going to add some detail here. So these are new pieces before, I've not used these ones. These white pieces. Like a pram handle or something. And we're going to add our quills in. As we go into our clips above our windows. And then they go across there like that. So that one might be slightly off centre. These are going to be annoying now because if you go too far one way, you make them too long. So that's the end of bag 21. Actually, why do I end up with an extra hinge? I think I needed to put one in here, right? These bits out here, put this in. So bag 22 of 24. I'm guessing there isn't another level on the other side. I forgot from the picture now, so I guess we're just going to do a roof on the other building. This will be the end of this side of the roof. So to start us off here, 2x6 piece here, triangle tile, 1x2, and then another wedge piece. So up here we're going to stick the wedge piece in here, triangle piece in there, 1x2 there, and a 2x6 there, and a longer plate running down that side. Then we've got these 4x6s, 3 of these, and a 2x6. Do a 2x6 here, 4x6 there, one going this way, one going that way. Then we've got some wedge pieces, 2 each of these. Then we have a slightly skinnier one and a corner one. So these just cover it all up like that. Then we have a hinge piece and a couple of 1x2 pieces. I'm going to do 1x2, 1x2 there, and our hinge piece is going to go across. Then we've got 4 cone pieces. We've got 9 1x2s, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we have 4 1x1s, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then moving up this side of the roof, I'm going to put some plates in here with a cone. Following that pattern all the way up that side of the roof. Then we get 10 1x1 rounds, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to go on top here again. Give you some interest at the top. They've gone on. Then we get 9 1x2s, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we've got 4 1x1s, and then 4 more cones as well. 1, 2, 3. There's the last one, there it is. And then coming down this side now, do the same pattern here. I've got the wrong 1x1 there. Don't need it. Oh. So same pattern on this side, which means we'll probably then get 10 more 1x1 rounds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same, just run this all the way across. And then with these done, we're going to run a 1x4 brick across here, and then we get 10 more of these pieces that we used earlier. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are going to go in to 1x1 rounds. End up looking something like this. we're going to do the sort of dome that's going to sit on the top of our sort of balcony area. So we get one of these quarter pieces here with a macaroni, stick a 2x4 on, and then we can add another 3 here to make a top point here. And we've got another macaroni going on this way. Stick 1x2 plates on here, strengthen our connections. Then we're going to add some 1x1 with clips, 2 on each side. Then we can continue our macaroni tiles. And then we'll add more 1x1 clips on here. To give us something like this. Then we can add navy quarter plates on top. In the middle we stick a 2x2 round brick here. We're also going to add a plate on top of that. Now we've got some macaroni bricks around the edge. Like this, and then to make a bit more of a dome about it, we'll add these curved macaroni pieces on top. So now we've got something like this. Then we get a 4x4 here and add these white tiles with studs on. Around the edge there, then we're going to add a 2x2 round plate in the middle. Then we'll stick some gold 1x1s around the outside. Then we've got these pill shapes that go in between here. Goes in there like that. A little wonky here, but and with that done, we'll stick another 2x2 round plate on top. And this one's going to go in the middle here to make a cross at the top. Then we've got 4 micro figures. We've got them going around on the top. And then in the white pieces we stick these 3 length rods. In like this. Then we get a 4x4 in white here. We're going to stick some old macaroni tiles on. Another 2x2 round plate in the middle. And we've got a 6 length rod goes down the middle here like that. That's going to go into the top like this. And on top of that, we're going to add this big gold dome piece with a Harry Potter wand in gold on top. a nice pointy top there. And then on these clips that are going around, I'm going to add these handle pieces again. All around there. Come back here, and then this can sit on top of our front piece there, like that. Give us a nice top. That's quite cool. Little build there, and then that can go on to the top of our building on this side, so you can get a little quicker look. Change the scene. You can see now that sits nicely on top there. Give us a nice 3-story, or 2-story I suppose, piece on the front there. So now to bag 23 of 24. Get another minifigure here. This minifigure has his light blue trousers. He's got a cable jumper on top. He's got one printed expression on because he's just got a cap on. He's got glasses or safety goggles on. Maybe this is the furniture maker, I'm not sure. He's got a blue cap on top here. Looks like it is the furniture maker because he's going to be having a little trolley. So we get a 2x4 here. Going to need a few bits and bobs here. So we need a handle piece here, 2 sets of wheels. We have got some flippers, a 2x2 tile. We have a jumper tile and medium nuggets. We have a T-shaped bracket, a couple of downward facing brackets, a medium nugget 1x2. And some clear 1x1 round plates. So we're going to get this T in here. This is a little chair that he's moving by the look of it. That goes on there, and then we're going to stick the flippers in the back. Give us the back of the seat. There's a little chair there, simple done. Then a 2x4, stick a handle on it, jumper tile 1x2. Oh, forgot to get the 2x2 round wheel pieces that go in the base for our trolley, and the wheels can go in. Then on the jumper tile, we'll add 2 of these clear 1x1 rounds, which will then allow us to stick our seat onto position. So he's off delivering his furniture. So let's just stick that into position here. Now we'll go onto the roof then for the final part. So we've got this 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Stick a 1x2 plate in the top, 1x3 rounded ends, and then a longer piece here. Then we'll add a large wedge piece here, underneath. Wedge piece here, 2x2. What did I miss there? Decided that too early, go down one stud. Goes on there. One goes this way, and then another wedge forms in here. Then if we flip this over, we get a 3x3 plate here, 2x3 here, 2x4 here. Also add a white wedge piece at the front there. Then if we flip back round here, add a longer piece here, add a 2x2 on the end. Also then have a 1x6 running across here, and then a 1x2 goes on the edge. We'll also add a dark bluish grey 1x1 plate in the corner there. Then we have another wedge piece here, a smaller one underneath. That allows us to hang this off the 1x1 there. Then we get this 4x6, going to add 1x4 tile to the end and go underneath this end. Put that to the side. Hey Vengeance, welcome to the channel. So then we're going to add a 4x3 here on the end of this one, and then we've got some trapezium piece and a wedge piece as well, which goes in this way. Then we get a 2x4 that's going to run across the bottom here. If we flip that over, we'll add a tile and a 1x2. So there's the tile. Where's the 1x2s there? That goes on just in there. Then we're going to add a 2x6 down here. 2x4 goes underneath. Then we'll add a load of wedges here on top. That one, and then this one. Then on the underside, we're going to add a reddish brown wedge piece. It's going to go in here, and then a 1x4 across here. Flip back over again, and then we're onto our 1x2 rounded ends. Goes just on the end there, and then this can now fit together. Hopefully, just on the end there like that. Then if we flip this over, we can add a white hinge here and just connects them properly together. So now we've got this as our base. We can add some reddish brown bricks here. So we've got a 1x2 here, 1x6 going down, 1x3. Then we'll add a 1x1 plate on the end. Then we've got a black 1x3 here, the rounded ends. We can add a 1x1 round to the base, another 1x3 on top, and then we have a tap element here. We'll stick a handlebar into the base for something like this, and then this is going to go on the ends of our wall there like that. Then we have a 1x2 round piece and a 1x1 plate on top, and another 1x2 round, and another one. 1x2 plate underneath, 1x2 plate here, 1x3 on top, then a 1x2 here, and then this can go at an angle to connect that top of the roof together. Next up we get some more reddish brown bricks. Can add a 1x2 here, one on this side with our 1x3, and our longer bricks going to run down this edge here. So with that wall in place, we can add some tiles now to the top. So the semicircle one goes here, 1x4 there, 1x2 there, 1x8, 1x4 there, and then that one goes down there. Then we've got some medium nugget pieces, so we've got a couple of 2x2 rounds, one of these pill pieces, 3 in black, then some 1x1 rounds. So these are going on the floor here. They go on there. Then we get another couple of these, 4 more of the black ones, and a 1x1, these back on here, like that. Then we're going to get some leaves. So we've got some green 1x1 rounds and some lilac flowers. Go in here, and we get another 3 more leaves. We get 6 green 1x1 rounds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 3 pink flowers, and I think 3 more lavender ones. 3 pink ones. Just get a green piece. One goes here. One goes there. One goes there. One goes here, I think. It's a little hard to see, to be honest. Then we're going to stick the lilac ones on these leaves again. Whoa. Drop the green one, stick that there. And then these ones goes here. goes there. Goes there. Goes here, I think. Must be there or thereabouts. Then we have a little ladder piece here, which we're going to stick these 1x1 round clip pieces into the middle. And then we'll add another leaf to the top one. And we'll add a pink to the bottom one, and then a lavender lilac one to the top one. It's going to go in here like a climbing trellis for the flowers. Nice little touch for that there. And then we also have a 1x1 round with a pin in it, and then a little propeller and then the top there. That goes on top of our tap piece to make like that. And there's a note here that says, even though the plumber is trying his best to fix it, the tap is still not working. So it's the tap at the top to water the flowers. There's also a little 1x1 round ladybug. It's going to sit in here. Let's move this out of the way. Do that like that. That's the end of that bag. So our final bag. There's no shoots. There's some shoots in that bag. I see no shoots going anywhere. Anyway, final bag for today and for this set. Get our final details now. Now we're going to build like a birdhouse. It's going to go on the roof. So we start with a 3x3 and add a reddish brown 1x1 plate. Then we're going to get some white, it goes in the middle actually. Then we get some white 1x1s with clips on. And we're going to face in and go around like this. One more. Where are you? There it is, getting sideways. So they go all round like that formation. Then coming back on top here, going to add 2 paddle pieces, one here, and at the back a 1x1 around. Then in the centre, we'll stick 2 black 1x1 bricks. He says, but he's only got 1 in the bag. Where's the other one? There it is. It goes in there. Then we'll stick a 1x1 white tile on top, like this. Then we need some corner pieces. Around here. So it goes all the way around there. And then we're going to put these anvil pieces across like this. Then we'll turn this upside down, paddle candles at the back. I'm going to add some candles into those clips that we put in the base. And into the base of the candles we get some, oh, he says he snaps off that one, put that back on. Ooh, back. Get some 1x1 rounds with pins on into the ends here for the feet. This is a nice little build for our birdhouse. And then on top here we're going to stick a little roof. It's a little fiddly. Stick a jumper tile on top. There's our little birdhouse, like that, and then this can go into the corner at the back here. That sits in there like that, quite nice. Then we have a watering can piece, which I think is new for me. I've not had one of these pieces before. It has a bucket handle on, in gold. Going to sit by our tap, waiting for the plumber to fix it down the bottom. We also then have a pigeon. There's our first pigeon, and they've talked about down the bottom. That's going to go into a 1x1 round black piece, because then that can clip onto our paddle in front of our birdhouse. Clips in there like that. Then we get a couple of 2x2 round plates. They go on the edge here and on here. We also get a 1x2 plate, which is going to sit in the middle. And then we have 1x1 clips, 12 of them, which we're going to run along the edge here. And this one goes in here. So put all those clips on there. Then we've got 5 1x2 plates, 3, 4, 5. We've got a couple of 1x3 plates, jumper tile, and then we've got 4 1x2 one more. So we'll run the 1x3 here, 1x2, 1x2 round again. We have a 1x3 with a 1x2 on it going in next, and our jumper tile goes in. The 1x2 snap together next. And our 2 1x2 rounds then a couple of 1x2 plates going in there. Then we've got 12 1x1 rounds with pins in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then also some 1x1 rounds with bars in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, one more. There it is, 12. And then we're going to stick all of these pins and bars in together and stick them into the clip. Oh, whoa, where did that go? Oh no, I've lost that forever. That's a good start. Ugh. No idea where that pinged off to. Don't think I've got any spares of it either in the set. Let's try that again. I'll have one less now. I'm sure I've got some bits somewhere that I can steal this from. I think that's fallen behind my shelf unit now. Now you'd think they'd give you spare ones of these because these are quite small, but I'm not sure if they have. Bum, bum, bum. That typical. The one time you need a spare, and it's the one they don't actually give you one. Got the clip, not the top bit. Probably got a spare one somewhere, so let me just put a clip in there for now. And then if I find one afterwards, I will put it in. Oh, there's one. Oh, I've got a spare one. Yay. Thought they'd give you a spare. Right, so there we go, just added that detail in there eventually. Then we have a couple of these. Then we've got some 1x3 tiles. One. Then we've got a clip, and we've also got one of these pieces here. I'm going a bit like Amsterdam vibes here. We're going to have a clip here that allows you to raise things up to move things into the house. Nice addition. So it's going to add there as a little wench hanging over. Then we'll stick a 1x6 over it there, and then we've got some semicircle tiles. Go either side. There's one. Here's another one. Then we've got a 2x6. Then we've got 8 of these steeper slope pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 2x6 is going over here, and then our sloped pieces go behind these. Giving that effect now on the front. Then we need 2 of these sort of line pieces, 1x2 with 2 studs on the side, jumper tile. Need a 1x2 tile if I can find it somewhere. So need 1x2 plates. There's the tile. Got a 1x1 with a stud on the side too. I think we're good. So we start with a 1x2 here, can add this 9 type brick here with a jumper tile on top. I need 2 of those, and they're going at the front here. Then we'll snap 2 of these 1x2s, top of this 1x1, and then we can add 1x2 tile on top. That's going on the end there. End up with something like that now. It's quite cool. And that is actually it. So we bring this back in, we can add this to the top here, and you can see actually that the it actually fits together. You can actually see if we go to the into this zoom mode, you can see now this added, you can come out of this door. Actually, how does that work? They can come out of this door. Oh, I put the door the wrong way around. Oh my days, I have to change that. The door opens inwards if you do it properly, and then you can walk out here to the garden and we can see the pigeons. So that's that bit, but then I'm sure we've got a couple more details to add. In fact, actually, I can probably stay on that view. But first off, we'll get a couple of 1x3s here. Did I manage to put the door on the wrong way round? I'll change that afterwards. I'm going to do 2 of these, and these are going to go underneath. Top level here. So we'll go back to that other view because you've got a better view of. These are going to go underneath here, and underneath here. Then we'll do a larger one, which is a 1x4. 1x4 this time, with these cutaway pieces. This is going to go on the next level down. Really sure why they did this at the end and not when you did the piece itself. Stay 1x1 there. Goes on there, this one on there, and then on here we're going to stick some clips on these 1x1s. And if we go back, I need to get a button for this one. Attach this. To the underside there. And on that we can actually add some flags. So we've got blue flags here, and we've got these 1x1 rounds with bars on. we're going to stick handlebars into those and then allow us to stick the flags on there like that. Then we can hang this down either side of the music shop. So they're hanging down there now, just about to see, it's a little blurry, but be there. And then we're going to add the fire hydrant, which is a 1x1 round. Going to stick some 1x1 round plates, and we're also going to stick a white pigeon down there. We'll get this engineer out of the way. We're going to stick a sort of cookie on the floor, which is probably what the pigeon's eyeing up. If I can find it. That's going to go in there. Then he's going to sit on that. We'll also add a hanging green vine down the front of our balcony here. I'm not sure why we didn't do that earlier. And then in the centre here, I've sort of gathered all these people, so I should get them out of the way really. In the centre here, we're going to make a little fountain type thing, so we get a 4x4. Let's zoom in. 4x4 here. Just going to add these macaronis rounds. And we'll stick like the anvil type piece in the middle on top of this dish piece. And then we'll stick a little cat, which is like a statue of a cat. End up with a piece like that, doesn't have any eyes on it. That's going to sit in the centre there. Then we've got the traditional lamppost. Goes on, and I think that's probably it. If I can get the dish. Of course, that always sits on these 2x2s here, and there we go. We have, this is probably going to be a nightmare now if I stick these minifigures freestanding on this front bit, because they'll fall off when I pick it up. But we do have the completed set. I'll go to that wide camera again just so you can see what we've ended up with. It's a little fuzzy, that, isn't it? But you can see we've got the roofs on top now, as I said, and we've got all the little details at the front and the flags, and we've put all of the flowers in place. So let's go back to the main camera. I'll attempt to pick this up. Let's go back a little bit. Ooh, a bit zoomed in there. So yeah, let's pick this up and you can have a better look. Whoa, some minifigures will probably fall over. But it's quite good, isn't it, when it's built? I wasn't too impressed with the sort of the look of it on the box and stuff, but of course it's a modular building, so I kind of feel like I always have to get it because it needs to go in the city. But it's got some nice little bits of detail at the end, and I think it looks quite good with the colour choices that they've got there. Some of it really pops out, particularly the flowers as always, and a nice little touch at the top there with the birdhouse and the little trellis with the flowers going on there. So we'll, yeah, we're all done. So that's all of the modular building for 2026 completed. So this will go into Bricktown. I still need to put the Tudor corner in actually from last year into Bricktown as well. It's still sat on the floor. So I'll do a couple of videos in the channel in the future where we'll place that and you'll see where that goes in. As I said at the start of the stream, you can also join me next weekend and we'll be kicking off the Bricklink designer program, Transylvanian Castle, which I'm really looking forward to as well. That should be a fun build, fingers crossed. So you can join me for that. Check the YouTube channel out for when that's going up. It should be the same time as 2 PM Greenwich Mean Time, but I need to take the photo yet of the set to stick the thumbnail up, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, if you enjoyed the stream, do hit that like button if you're on YouTube, just so that I know you like it even. And then whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, enjoy yourself. See me next time when we'll be going on to Transylvanian Castle, but until then, stay safe and I'll see you next time.